Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today, we will learn about the 5 mobile educational apps for classrooms that you can use as a part of your teaching and learning. In this lesson, we will cover the basic information of the 5 mobile educational apps, followed by its potential and challenges. So, let's get started. Before we begin, here are some importance that we need to highlight and keep in mind throughout our lesson. Mobile educational apps have gained importance in the educational industry due to the health and safety measures of curbing the COVID-19 pandemic from spreading. So, you may notice a high surge of apps being developed over the past couple of years. They provide great flexibility and easy access to learning and pursuing education at any time and anywhere globally. This may also be applicable for in-person classes too. Some even provide a more immersive learning experience by including games, puzzles and activities into the learning methodology. Now, let's dive into getting to know the 5 mobile educational apps. First and foremost, we have Classcraft. Classcraft is a paid-with subscription software, available on multiple and cross-platform, such as Google Play Store, iOS App Store, Chrome Web App Store and even Microsoft Store. The second one is Scratch. You may know or have heard of Scratch as it is one of the most famous mobile educational apps or platforms you can use to learn coding or programming. It is completely free, as it is heavily funded. Scratch is also available on multiple and cross-platform, namely the Google Play Store, iOS App Store, Chrome Web App Store, Microsoft Store, Mac OS and even on the web browser. The next one is Codable. Codable is similar to Scratch where it emphasizes on learning coding or programming. It is free with add-on purchases made available. The platform is available on only the iOS App Store and on the web browser. Then, moving on to the next one is Codeorg. Similarly to Scratch, it is free as it is heavily funded. However, it is only available on the web browser. Last but not least, we have Quizlet. Quizlet is a free app with paid subscription option. It is available on the Google Play Store, iOS App Store and also the web browser. Now, let's begin on the first one. The Classcraft. Classcraft has many potentials. As a whole, Classcraft is a refreshing way to look at learning management systems (LMS). It is also able to keep track of all learners' assignments easily and their progression, providing a personalized learning through gamification, and is a behavior-influenced learning. This essentially means it helps enabling behavior management in a classroom by increasing a learner's experience points, or XP if they are in good behavior. However, it also has several notable challenges. For one, it may be too complex or overwhelming for some learners with minimal exposure to technology. It is no doubt that gamified learning experience may exhaust learners in the long run, and is too focused on rewards-punishment system. It also emphasizes on the ability to become a big brother sitting next to each learner. This would possibly leading to micromanagement, seeing login and logout times, and so on. Last but not least, it may lead the learners to develop addiction towards the app or games in general as it is overall a gamified learning experience. Secondly, we have Scratch. It is no doubt that is a very popular tool that has helped millions of learners online to get started on coding or programming. It has so many potential, and one of the many is that Scratch is a very beginner-friendly interface and learning experience because of the drag-and-drop code block writing or editing feature, with its unique color segmentations and proper labeling, which makes it also accessible to color-blind learners. Scratch also enables project-based learning into computer science education. It has the flexibility of project development purpose, so that learners can make a game, short film, movie, puzzle, and so many more. Scratch has several challenges too, and one of it is that the user interface is too simple for intermediate to advanced learners and the variety of colors may be irritating for light or color-sensitive individuals. Learners with experience of coding with Scratch often has issues coding that requires them to use the keyboards instead of the drag-and-drop code block in Scratch. This leads to the development of fear of failure, not knowing what to type, and so on. Next is Codable. Codable is similar to Scratch, but is not the same as Scratch. It, too, has its own unique potentials and challenges. One of the potentials of Codable is it is enabling activity, game and project-based learning into computer science education by constantly giving challenges to learners to overcome from leveling lesson plans. Secondly, it is enabling learners to innovate and explore by giving a platform of flexibility to code their own games, puzzles and characters. Then, learners may develop better confidence in coding because it is a text-based coding experience. Moving on to the challenges, Codable is limiting mobile education accessibility to learners because the platform is only accessible via iOS and web browser. Next, Codable may be too complex or overwhelming for some learners with minimal exposure to technology. As mentioned previously, gamified learning experience may exhaust learners and may lead the learners to develop addiction. Next is Code.org. Code.org is a unique platform on its own, and so has many unique potentials and challenges. Overall, it is a refreshing way to look at learning management systems (LMS), and it is only able to keep track of all learners' assignments easily and their progression, focusing on what matters most. Code.org also enables activity, game and project-based learning into computer science education by constantly giving challenges to learners to overcome from leveling lesson plans, attracting many and various ages of learners by having various types of computer science educational content and exciting games and characters, such as Minecraft, Angry Bird, Frozen, and so many more. It provides a beginner-friendly interface and flexible learning experience, as some educational content has the feature of the drag-and-drop code block writing editing feature, with its unique color segmentations and proper labeling, which makes it also accessible to color-blind learners, and so on. However, it also has some and more mature educational content focuses more on text-based coding, which requires typing using a keyboard, that is suitable for much older or experienced learner. As for its challenges, Code.org overall limits mobile education accessibility to learners because the platform is only accessible via a web browser. As previously mentioned, gamified learning experience may exhaust learners, and may also lead the learners to develop addiction. And despite having so many computer science educational content, and having them recommended based on age, there is a lack of variety sorts of exciting challenges learners can pursue. It also lacks initiatives to enable learners to innovate and explore by giving a platform of flexibility to code their own games, puzzles and characters. Last but not least, the last of the 5 mobile educational app, is Quizlet. Quizlet has many potentials, and one of them is it offers a refreshing way to pursue learning, emphasizing on memorizations of terms and relationships between 2 topics or objects, or so. Educator can create educational content for class, and learners will be able to access directly and utilize them. The platform promotes learner-empowered learning experience because the ability for learners to create their own educational content. However, as any other tool, Quizlet also has some challenges. The learning experience for Quizlet may be too repetitive for long-term learning basis, and the features and functions of the platform is limited. So, that is all from me. I hope that was very beneficial for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment. Looking forward to hear from you.